What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of Sheehan's World. Today, I have a returning guest stepping into the world. I'm not even going to do an introduction for him because everyone should know who he is at this point. I have Dilly Huddleston stepping back into the world. We're going to shoot the shit a little bit today. We're going to get into Boston sports. It's not really going to be interviewed styled. It is going to take a dive into some sports today. So I'm super hyped for this episode. I know Dilly's super hyped to get this going. The topic of conversation is a little sad, but we're going to get into it, and we're going to tell everyone our thoughts and feelings on it. So, Dilly, how you doing today?
What is going on, everybody? Sheen, Misty Buddy, welcome back to what I like to call Dilly's World when I come on. I'm just kidding.
Welcome back. Yes, this is Dilly's World, not even Sheen's World today. But speaking of the pod real quick of my show, if you are a fan and would like to support the show, I have some nice merchandise for you guys to buy. This is the first ever Sheen's World tee, the first merch. Got the nice little Sheehan's World logo right there. And on the back, this is the money maker right here. You got the nice Jeep on the back. It's actually a tribute to my grandfather. That's his Jeep. It's a 1981 Scrambler. 1981 Scrambler, kids. So make sure you check that out. If you're a fan of the show, I would highly suggest checking these out because everyone that's bought them so far and everyone that has one loves it. The material is great on it. And it's a nice summer shirt. It's getting to that time of year. So definitely check out the shirt. And we got stickers on there.
Yeah, the stickers are sweet.
Yeah, the stickers I got. I don't even have them with me, but they're on my computer and on my water bottle right now. So to get into the show, some very sad news out of the New England Patriots organization yesterday. I think this hit me extremely hard. Like, this hit me harder than the Brady news, to be honest with all of you. Shocking. But Dilly, when we talked about the Brady news, I told you at first it didn't really hit me that hard because I believed like it was time to move on. Obviously, I was wrong because Brady won again, but this one actually hit me. Like, I was in shock. Julian Edelman yesterday, to start off the day, first of all, the New England Patriots terminated his contract, meaning they just let him go because of a failed physical, and then it came out. Julian Edelman announced his retirement after 12 seasons with the New England Patriots, and that's that. Foxborough forever. That's how he ended it. Extremely, extremely upsetting news considering the impact he had to the organization, fans, everything. The guy was a killer. The guy was all grit, all work, never quit. It's just tough. Dilly, what was it like finding out about Edelman yesterday?
Well, it was definitely sad. It wasn't like, it wasn't completely expected. I mean, there had been talks about his knees aren't going to be there. It's going to be impossible for him to play the whole season. So I wasn't completely caught off guard with it. And, I love Jules. I mean, J11, Incredible, all of that. But I disagree. I think the Brady one hit me way worse. I mean, of course, I grew up. I'm a little bit older than you, but like that man brought me so much joy to my life. It's insane.
Hey,
and he's still playing. He chose not to play with the Patriots anymore, which, and again, I completely understand why he did. I get it. But Jules, like he literally said in his video, I'm going to go until the wheels came off. Wheels finally came off, and I feel really bad for him. But bone on bone in your knee is incredibly painful. You can't play with that. So, yeah. But you know why they terminated his contract for that reason, right?
Yeah. What do you mean?
So, like, there's a thing with the NFL collective bargaining or whatever. If your contract gets terminated because of an injury, you're entitled to money based on insurance or whatever. So that's why they did it. So he's still going to get a bunch of money this year, which is
I did see that. I think it was $2 million he can earn up to.
Yeah.
So, which was really cool that they did that. I mean, it just shows a sign of respect for Edelman. Obviously, as a Patriots fan, you don't want to see Edelman getting released, but the reason he got released was in order for him to get that money. So, like I said, it just hit me in a different way, honestly. Like Tom Brady, I mean, that man brought everyone joy. I mean, he brought me an abundance of joy. It took me for some reason, it took a while for it to hit me. I don't know why, but the Edelman one really hit me as soon as I saw it. I was like, damn, I was devastated. I was like, this is crazy. It's just, I think it's also because I'm I'm a very big heart over height guy, and Edelman's literally everything that I love in athletes and professional athletes. And I think that's why it hit me so hard. And the same thing with Brady, though. Brady's a no quick guy. Brady's all work, everything like that. It's just, I don't know. Edelman was a harder hit to me, but his
felt more like Pedroia to me than Brady, because Pedroia is the same way. He was a littler guy, but he showed up every single day, and he literally had to retire because he played so hard his entire career.
Yeah.
Which, that's like, it sucks you can't go out the way you want to go out, but he's a hell of a career. What do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
See, there is a very big argument behind this, and especially on social media. I think, with his numbers from what people see in the regular season, that's what they want to argue the most is the regular season. No.
I mean, it's a hard no. If you just look at his regular season numbers, it's not close. He's not in discussion, but that's not what you're looking for when you're looking at the Hall of Fame. They don't say when you get inducted in the Hall of Fame, they don't walk up to you and say, "Hey, thank you for all your regular season numbers." They say, "Hey, thank you for your contributions to the game of football."
Yep.
And you can't talk about the NFL over the last 15 years without saying Julian Edelman. He's been incredible.
And that's the point I actually want to get to. Like, the people want to talk about his regular season numbers and say, like, he doesn't have it. But this guy, he came into the league without a position, basically. He was no one. He got drafted. He could have been a corner. He could have been a safety. He could have been a running back. He just came in with no position and fought and fought and fought. And the guy, like, completely made a career out of just a position change, just doing your job. Like the guy's impact.
He played cornerback in the playoffs in 2012.
Yes,
he literally played cornerback.
Yes, I remember.
They didn't have anyone. He was covering Anquan Baldwin.
Yeah.
Bolden.
Same thing. We've seen Slater do the same thing, but Edelman, like, straight up. Like, I remember those days when he was playing corner, like, unbelievable. And like, he's the definition of what it means to be a New England Patriots player. Like, what Bill Belichick looks for in a player. You're coming on this team. You might be a quarterback like Julian Edelman, but it doesn't mean that's going to be your spot on this team. We're going to find a role for you. And Edelman just kept working until he found a role. I don't think he cared where he played. He just wanted to find a spot on the team and make an impact. And I mean, considering he was a QB in college and came in, right, and transitioned to a slot receiver and was that incredible at that position, the footwork, the route running, everything. Yeah. It did take a few years, but once he got it. And like, there wasn't anyone around the league consistently like Julian Edelman. Like, you have your superstar wide receivers, of course, but no one was as consistent as Julian Edelman. No matter what happened to the guy, he was showing up to play.
You're right. No, I gave it 100% every single time. It's pedal to the metal, and there's nothing anyone can ever take away from that. So I think we're in agreement on that aspect. The other aspect is his playoff numbers are unworldly. Unless you're not named Jerry Rice, you don't have better numbers in the playoffs than him as a wide receiver.
Yep.
You just don't.
And that's the big thing to talking about Julian Edelman making the Hall of Fame. Just talk about his postseason numbers to begin with, like second all time behind Jerry Rice, arguably the greatest wide receiver ever.
That's not even arguable. That's not arguable at all. It's really not.
You think, like, it still gets argued, but Jerry Rice, I mean, just being behind that name is unbelievable. I mean, Edelman, I don't know. I just have like a loss of words for Edelman. Like, I don't know how you can come into the league at a completely different position and then out of nowhere switch up and become one of the best postseason wide receivers all time. Just absolutely incredible. I
agree 100%. It's sad, but the way the team is trending now, I think it's going to be best for all parties. And I thought when the Patriots terminated his contract, I thought he was going to mosey his little butt right over to Tampa Bay.
Yep. I thought that's what was going to happen too. I thought he was going to leave and go join with Brady and Gronk and get one more run in there. Or, what I thought he was going to do was sit out half the season. And then when he was good to go, or thought he was going to be good to go, he was going to start playing with them. And he could be a big addition to the second half of the season and a postseason run. But I mean, if we want to talk about like a resume for the Hall of Fame, I just don't know how you could say he doesn't have it. Like, not even like, I understand the regular season numbers, but what the guy brought to football, what the guy brought to that whole organization, what the guy just did throughout his entire career, and being the number one guy to Tom Brady. Again, Tom Brady, it takes a lot for him to trust his receivers. Talk about like literally being a no one and gaining the trust of the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, that just says a lot about Edelman right there to begin with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he was that guy for what, 6-7 years, maybe even longer because 2012, he wasn't really that guy. Because Welker left. When did Welker left in 2012, and then 2013 with the Broncos. They lost, because that's when Manning went to the Super Bowl for the first time. He got killed by the
Seahawks.
And then Edelman was already Brady's guy the next year. Yeah, so I think 13. So 7 years he was Brady's guy.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely insane. So I don't know. I see both sides of it. I would love to see him in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, I don't know if he's going to get. He definitely won't get in first ballot or anything like that, because the way it works is when you're looking at a Hall of Fame, when you're picking, okay, out of all these wide receivers, who's the most worthy to get in? It's going to be tough for him to find a niche where there's not two guys that are more deserving than him to get in that year.
Yeah.
He'll be on the ballot in 2026.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely will be. No doubt. I mean, he definitely deserves that spot to at least be in the conversation.
He is, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just some of the moments though, speaking of Edelman, going back to the Super Bowl when they beat the Falcons and he made that incredible catch, Super Bowl 51. Just an absolutely unreal catch through 3 Falcons players. One of them was actually kicking their feet up, trying to like mess up the catch and everything. And he was like blind. He had his helmet over his eyes. Like,
wow.
Unbelievable catch, man.
Yeah, that catch was absolutely insane. I think that one gets blown up more because of the moment. It was absolutely incredible, but that wasn't like that. It was second. I think it was first or second down when that went down. The play that resonates to me is the double pass against Baltimore.
Yes.
In 14 in the 14 season. That one was friggin' like that. That's the play when I think of Edelman, that's the play that I think of.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Everything about it was perfect.
I think everything about that game was awesome too. I mean, just from watching it at home, that game is revisited a lot just because of the atmosphere that was in Gillette Stadium that night. I mean, you could hear it through your TV. I mean, it was loud as hell. And, you know, the Seattle loves to talk about their 12th man and the impact it plays. I mean, that night, the impact those fans played on that game was incredible. That was one of, like, in my lifetime, that was one of the best playoff games I've seen for the New England Patriots. One of the most exciting. Yes.
It was also because the Ravens had been a thorn in our side in the playoffs for, a long time. Joe Flacco had always found a way to make it. And they came back from 14 twice. They were down 14 twice because the defense didn't know what the hell they were doing until late in the second half.
Yep.
It was that's the one that sticks with me. And then the one in the Super Bowl that year against the Seahawks where Cam Chancellor earholed him, Edelman got up and laughed and kept running.
Yeah.
That was friggin' nuts.
That's one thing.
I thought he was dead.
That's the one thing about Edelman, or one of the things about Edelman is his trash talk. It's unbelievable. Yeah. The guy, some of the videos that have surfaced about him just in the past couple of days, and I know the announcement came yesterday, but there was videos surfacing about him for the past couple of days, and one of them was he got hit extremely hard. He got up, looked at the guy, and the guy went to him and he's like, "I'm going to be here all game. You know that, right?" And he just turned around. And he was like, "Obviously you're not here all game." Just nonchalantly, just like shutting him down completely.
Yeah. Those are stupid people.
Yeah. The big question is though, with the loss of Edelman, and this was something that people could see coming. I mean, again, I said I was devastated, but at the same time, I had a feeling within, if it was this offseason or next season during the middle of the season, something was going to happen. I didn't expect him to be an important factor on the team at all this upcoming season just because of his injuries and how beat up he was. But to talk about it, this is a massive, in my opinion, a massive gap that has to be filled in the organization, in the team, on the field. That is a very reliable guy that can be counted on. You know, you don't really find a lot of guys in the league where you can go back play after play and know that Edelman is going to be that guy. So this is going to be a big hole to fill coming into the season. So you would expect this is going to change a little bit of the draft of what people are predicting the Patriots to do, right?
I mean, they solidified their wide receiver room a little bit more, and I think that they're hoping that Kendrick is going to be the guy to take Edelman's spot. He's going to be a little bit, I mean, he's a little bit bigger than Edelman, obviously, but he can still run those same kind of routes, depending on what part of the country you're in. And I think Nelson Aguilar is going to stretch the field. That's going to be good. And he graded out very well every game. His production's been down, but and then, I think a lot of this is going on. What the hell's going on with N'Keal Harry? Is he going to be N'Keal Harry or is he going to be N'Keal Wary? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't even know what's going to happen with N'Keal Harry. I mean, just like a month ago, he was involved in trade talks.
Yeah. I mean, also, I think another part of it, who's going to be the quarterback? What are we going to do at quarterback?
Yeah. I don't know, because with all the speculation, like surfacing or just like being talked about the draft, the thing is, I saw you say it in the chat that we're both in. You don't know if Fields is going to be the guy that they go after.
I hope not. I mean, no disrespect to Fields. I'm sure he's like, it's just, I think I'm biased because A, I don't like Ohio State, and B, every single quarterback that Ohio State has put out has been pretty much garbage. I just don't know. I mean, and we talked about the kid out of A&M, Kellen Mond. Like, he's good too, but man, he's the same. He's a streaky player. And I like Mac Jones. He's played one season. I mean, and the best
and an Alabama quarterback. Right,
quarterback. It's tough. And again, AJ McCarron never really got a shot, so I think he could have been good. But I mean, he's a different kind of quarterback. Like, Tua's a different kind of quarterback than Mac was, as was Jalen Hurts, different kind of quarterback. So I think that could be good. It's just there's a lot, and I don't know. I still want Jimmy Garoppolo. I know he gets injured. I know he's good, but he knows that team. He knows that system, and they have wide receivers there for him. And I think that is the best move because clearly San Francisco is taking a quarterback with the number 3 overall pick.
Yeah, like, Jimmy G is not going to be there.
I mean, he's going to be there. Like, what's he going to do? Have that quarterback sit on the bench for a year, which is great. All the best quarterbacks do that, but like, that quarterback is a lame duck quarterback, or the starting quarterback. Jimmy G would be a lame duck quarterback, and you're losing trade value with him as you go. Right now, his trade value is as high as it's going to be.
Yep. And the thing about his injuries is like that's like such a huge risk. Is like, I mean, it's good because then you'll have Cam Newton as the backup if that's the plan. Is to go, fine. Yeah, which is perfectly fine because then at least, I mean, it's Cam Newton. I mean, it's not the greatest option, but at least it's Cam Newton, right? Yeah. If they go for Jimmy G, that's the only thing that I would be really nervous about. It's just him getting hurt. And then what do? We're back in we were, to begin with, we're in a better situation going into this offseason than we were last year. Way better situation. Way better situation.
That's not even, yeah. But I really wanted Deshaun Watson. That's what I really wanted the whole time. But like, now you can't even touch him. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, bad. I was huge on the Deshaun Watson train. I was willing to give up Gilmore for him if that's what it took. Sure. If it was Gilmore for Deshaun Watson, that's great. Like, I would have been fine with that. It
wouldn't have been straight up. There would have been more. There would have been Gilmore probably this year's first, probably another one. But yeah, that's what I wanted. Come on, Bobby. No. Yeah.
No, that's who we all wanted, I think. After everything started to come out with Deshaun Watson, I mean, I don't really want to speak about it because it is a very, very messed up situation. I mean, all the stuff that's coming out about him, the timing, everything about it. It's just, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to have opinions on it. Like people that I talk to know my opinions. I don't want to put my opinions out there because it's just, there's too many wacky things going on. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I can't have a 100% 100% confidence in what I say about it, to be honest with you. So I just want to avoid that. But give me a quick score on the Sox real quick. What is it? Because I know you're watching them.
Yeah, sorry, I'm addicted.
No, it's fine.
2-0 top of the third. Minnesota's winning, but Kiki Hernandez just popped up. That's going to end the inning, so we're going to the bottom of the third.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Sox are on today. So people know what's going on. This episode will most likely be out tonight, so we'll still be talking about it on the same day, which is good. But yeah, I think a lot of stuff going on with the Patriots too. I think the funniest thing when it comes to the Patriots is you never know what they're gonna do. Like no one knows what the hell Bill Belichick is gonna do. Like I forget who actually put that statement out there, but as soon as I said that, it really set me back to reality, and I was like, honestly, why am I trying to speculate or guess about anything? Because that is the most true statement of all time. No one knows what Bill Belichick is going to do. No one has ever known what he is going to do. And I was having this conversation with one of my buddies actually about how heavy the top of the draft is with QBs. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the reasons why the top of the mocks are so heavy with QBs is because I have a feeling like not a lot of people are confident in where people are going to go or where they actually rank people. I think the easiest thing for them to do is say the first 3 or 4 picks are all going to be QBs because that's what makes the most sense for the teams, I guess. But
which has never happened.
Exactly. That never happens. When do you ever see that happen? So
I mean, what was it? 2016 when they had Baker and then Josh Rosen and then Josh Allen went, and then there was another guy that went in the top 10, I think, or number 10. I can't remember.
I mean, they had the year Lamar Jackson was
Lamar went 31.
Yeah, they had 5 QBs drafted in that first round, pretty sure. Yeah. I think that's what it was. I mean, that's like one of the times where in my recent memory where I can remember happening, but like the first 4 QBs all predicted, or the first 4 picks all predicted to be like QBs of some sort. I just think that's just because not a lot of people are confident just because of the weird season, COVID, everything like that. I just don't think anyone is confident in their selection. So
Trevor's going number 1. Like
that's the one everyone knows. Trevor is definitely going number 1.
I think Zach Wilson goes number 2. And Zach, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry for all that mean stuff I yelled at you when Coastal kicked your team's ass. Sorry. I take it back. Wish you all the success. Unless you go to the Jets at number 2, then kick rocks. Yeah. And then Fields was going to go 3, but I don't think that's
happening
anymore. He's dropping. I mean, the 49ers have the 3 now. I don't know if that's going to be a good fit for them. Yeah,
the 49ers being predicted to take Mac Jones.
I saw that. Mel Kiper's new one. I saw that. I don't know if they're going to take him.
Like that's what I'm saying about like the mock draft. It's like, how is it that Mac Jones went from a middle of the pack late first round guy all the way up to the 3rd pick? How is it that he jumped that high up that quick in like less than a month? And then Justin Fields is falling down further. And like Justin Fields was predicted to go like number 2 at one point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very confusing. Like, I know, like, you know, the pro days and the combines, everything like that. Maybe you see something, but what drastic change are you seeing where you're now saying that Mac Jones is the number 3 QB and Justin Fields is like the number 5 guy? It just confuses my brain a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if you're looking at there's no combine. So if they're looking at the, pro days and things like that, and that's what's having an effect, or, really boiling it down. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I hope the Patriots don't take a quarterback in the draft. I hope they get Jimmy G. That's kind of what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that they go get maybe one of the wide receivers out of Alabama if they're still there. Maybe go get that dude that tight end Pitts out of freaking
Pitts. Oh my God, I want him so bad.
I think he's going to the Dolphins.
Like, the thing with Pitts is, if you had him on the Patriots team, like, you could definitely run him the way they used to run Hernandez.
I mean, that's what they're going to do with the dude out of Tennessee that they just got. It's the same dude. out of Tennessee that they just got?
I'm
not
trying
blanking on his name. Not freaking Hunter Henry, the other one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Jonnu Smith. Yes, Jonnu Smith. Yeah. So they're gonna use Jonnu Smith probably in that way. I'm so excited for that dual tight end set.
Sweet.
Oh, it's gonna be so sick. That's where the Patriots are so successful, is when they have their good tight ends. But yeah, like that guy Kyle Pitts, I wanted him. I think Micah Parsons is sick. Like, yeah. Micah Parsons is an absolute animal, and that's like definitely a Bill Belichick kind of guy. But I don't see, honestly, I'm not, prepared for the Patriots to take a QB. I'm like not even confident that they are even thinking about a QB in the draft.
We don't know. It's just weird. I mean, Belichick is like, everyone thinks he's going to trade up every year. He's literally never traded up. He always trades down in the first
every
round,
year.
Which will be like great.
Yeah, like, and most of the time, it's like the first pick that he's trading away. The first pick that we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing, like saying Bill Belichick is going to trade up and get Justin Fields at 10. I have, like, no confidence in that. Like, when I'm looking at the mocks and seeing that the Pats are going to draft up and trade up to get a QB, it just never happens that way. Like,
and I hope it doesn't happen there, because I don't see Justin Fields being successful in the NFL.
Like, would you? All right. So here's a question I got for you. Would you take Zach Wilson? Would you take any of those guys besides T-Law?
I mean, I think I'd rather take Mac Jones over Zach Wilson, just because that Alabama connection, and Zach Wilson, the competition that he's playing is nowhere near what Mac Jones was playing. Also, nobody went to Zach Wilson's birthday party because nobody liked him. So there's that. Yeah, there's that.
What?
So, oh yeah, no one went to his birthday party. He's not a leader. Can't have that in the locker room. Bad karma. I like Mac Jones. I'm trying to get behind Kellen Mond, that kid out of A&M, because he's got a friggin' cannon.
He does. He can sling it, bro. He can sling it.
He's so streaky, and I feel like he's going to get hit. He gets hit 4 times, and he's like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. He's going to be hurt.
So, I mean, I don't know. There's a really good cornerback out of South Carolina, which is where Gilmore went as well.
Horn.
Yeah.
That guy's sick.
But there's talks about the Patriots are talking to Richard Sherman, so maybe that's part of the Jimmy G thing. I don't know. I can't keep up. I don't know what's going to happen. And no, I'm not thrilled with – I wasn't thrilled with the Trey Lance. I mean, I don't know.
I think Trey Lance is the biggest risk out of all of them, just because of the level of competition he was going up against.
Well, you look at Carson Wentz, though. Carson Wentz was really, really good until he got hurt.
He was.
I think he's going to be good at the Colts. Frank Reich's going to do amazing things for him.
Yeah, I think that connection, like him and Reich getting back together, is definitely huge for Carson Wentz's career. So. Definitely. And they can definitely build around that team. I mean, they have a solid foundation to begin there.
Yes.
So
and the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, and I don't think it could get any better than that. They just have to put a couple guys around them and see what they can do. And that's that. But yeah, talking about the QB position, I'm just definitely not confident that the Pats are going to take one of those top guys. If it were to be anyone, it would be Kellen Mond, because Belichick loves to go after those like under the radar QBs whenever it happens. And who we forget to mention, or we didn't forget to mention, but the one guy we haven't even brought up yet is still there, Jarrett Stidham. I mean, for some reason he's still there for. Your face,
time, buddy.
Your face says it all. It's like he's there for some reason, but I don't think there's anything special coming out of Jarrett Stidham. I don't think there's any expectations coming from that area. I mean, when he's played, I mean, the few times he's played, he hasn't played a full game, but some of the mistakes he's made, it's really hurtful.
I think he should have got a couple starts at the end of last year, just to like let him get out there and sling it. Not that it didn't matter. So I wish that he had gotten a couple starts just to see. But stud him. I don't know. Little study. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on him. I thought he looked great at Auburn. He was really good with Baylor, but I'm just glad I don't have to watch Brian Hoyer take a snap in an actual game
my
for the New England Patriots ever again.
Oh,
Hoyer, love you, buddy. Thank you so much for doing all that great stuff for the practice squad and like the C team. But buddy, PU.
Yeah, I think the one guy we want to avoid is Brian Hoyer. Oh my God.
He's on.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
Yeah, no, he's out. I'm just saying, like, the one guy we want to avoid for the rest of eternity is Brian Hoyer. He was just there as Brady's buddy. That's all it was. Brady could talk to someone else.
Well, he also came. It was like the 49ers released him when the Patriots traded Jimmy G over there, and then Hoyer. He was cool. We're gonna cut Hoyer. You guys pick him up. All right, cool. And then we'll send you Jimmy G with give us the picks and Hoyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Jimmy G becomes the move, I wouldn't be against it. I would just be very afraid for, his injuries and how easy it is for him to get hurt.
I think Cam, as a back, I think he's still going to play in every single game. I think there's going to be special packages. I mean, imagine as a defensive coordinator trying to plan for Jimmy Garoppolo and Cam Newton in the same offense. Like, you don't know who's going to trot out there every series. I think it'd be freaking. And if anyone offensive genius can come with it, it's freaking Josh McDaniels. Like,
yep.
Imagine trotting Jimmy G out there for the first series, then Cam Newton the next series, and then Jimmy G for 2 plays the next series, and then Cam Newton for 3rd and 4th down. Like, you can't scheme for that. Throw them both out there for a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, that's like kind of what they're doing in New Orleans, basically with Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm the Patriots, of course, clearly I'm not the Patriots, but like I'm doing like more than just a couple plays a game. I'm doing full series with Cam, making sure like you're gonna have different packages switching in and out. Because I know he can't throw. They know he can't throw very well right now. Maybe I don't know if he's gotten better in the offseason. We can all hope.
That's what I'm hoping for with the brand new season, brand new off season. You have all this time to work with the boys, brand new team. I'm just not ready to 100% give up on Cam, to be honest with you. Just because this season, after this season, if it's clear as day that, he's out, then he's out. Like, they're giving him one more chance because they have the necessary weapons around him. They got the 2 tight ends set. They got a couple new wide receivers. I mean, they're hoping that Jacoby Myers is going to be pretty good as well. And I've said before, Jacoby Myers has been the bright spot of the Pats last season. I mean, his footwork was pretty good. I mean, his routes are pretty good. I'm pretty excited to see what Jacoby Myers can do with the Pats. So, I mean, he definitely has what's needed to be. He definitely has what is needed to be a good team. He just has to go out there and execute with his arm. That's it. So.
You mean our 3rd string quarterback, Jacoby Myers?
3rd string, yes. 3rd string QB, Jacoby Myers. Yeah. I'm hoping for something big with Jacoby Myers. I'm telling you. I think he has extremely good footwork. I think he can get some good separation. And Cam, I don't know. That's what I'm just saying. Cam has what he needs to be good. It's just basically up to him at this point. And I'm 100% on board with the idea that you have saying, have Cam go out there for full series and then have Jimmy G come back in. Because at that point, then you're kind of resting Jimmy G. You can save him a little bit. He's not getting as much contact. So, I mean, again, that's the big thing that everyone worries about is Jimmy G getting hurt. So if you have Cam Newton, a big dude, I mean, he can throw some weight around. He can throw some big dudes around. He doesn't get if he's running full steam ahead, he's not getting hurt. He's bodying some people. He's bodying some people.
Big boy. JD Martinez just grounded out. If he gets an extra base hit today, he'll be the first player to ever hit for an extra base hit in the team's first 9 games of the year ever.
Really?
Yep. Right now he's tied. There's been 2. It's been A-Rod and then somebody else. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
JD Martinez is on another planet right now, but he flew out and grounded out so far.
That's huge. That would be huge for him. Not grounding out is huge.
No, that's not huge.
Not at all. To move forward a little bit, because Dilly and I really want to get into this conversation, the Boston Bruins. We just want to say thank you for finally giving David Krejci someone. You finally gave him a competent winger
And when they did that, they fleeced the hell out of the Sabres too. They fleeced them. They got Taylor Hall for nothing for Bjork, who wasn't fitting in. And the Sabres apparently asked for one of the two goalies that we've got, the Swayman and the other guy, and Don Sweeney's just like, nah. You're like, okay, well, we tried. Here you go.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to give up Swayman because I think Swayman's got a little bit something there for him for the future.
He's so swaggy. I like him a lot.
Yes, Swagman.
I've already blocked out the Capitals game that they got blown up because they trotted their like E squad out there on defense. They had absolutely nobody. And the third string goalie, you've played 2 games and he was tired.
Yeah. How do you Vladar, right? That's how you pronounce his last name?
Vladar and Swagman. Like those are both guys we brought up from the AHL. Yeah.
The thing about this acquisition for the Bruins, one, Anders Bork, I think he's going to be pretty good. I mean, I know he doesn't fit into the Bruins, but I think the guy, like, now that he has, a place to really start off his career, he's going to see a lot of time, a lot of ice time. He's going to see a lot of the puck. I mean, he has a lot of room. Yeah, he has a lot of room to grow in Buffalo. So I think that was definitely a risk on Sweeney's part. Again, like, they did pretty much fleece them. They didn't have to give up a lot. They also gave up a 2nd-round pick. I mean, which is
it's hockey. Right?
Yeah. But Anders Bork, I could see him being pretty good one day. And
I hope so.
Yeah. And now that he has room to grow in Buffalo, like, happy for him. I'm totally happy for him. And I'm even happier that he was good enough to get us Taylor Hall.
Yeah, which is great. Little trivia for you. 2-parter. What year was Taylor Hall drafted?
I'm going to say 2012.
2010.
2010, now, that's what it was.
He got picked number 1 overall. Who was the number 2 overall pick?
Back in 2010?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to kill me. It's a Bruins player.
The Bruins drafted him.
Yeah. Whoa. This is really going to make me look stupid right now.
It's not going to make you stupid. I wouldn't have known it if I didn't look it up 20 minutes before we started this podcast.
Was it? I feel like, no, that's way too far back. I was going to say Malcolm Subban, but that's way too far back.
No.
Yeah, say it. Was it Marchand?
Nope.
No, not Marchand. No, not Marchand.
They gave this player away for nothing. Tyler Seguin.
Oh, my God. Yes. Tyler Seguin. What am I doing? Yes. I knew that.
Yeah.
We'll never recover.
Well, now I think we did recover because we got the guy that got picked before him.
Oh my God. I feel so dumb right now. I honestly do. Because no, like, Seguin was a rookie on that championship team. I should have known that. Like, I literally should have known that. Oh my God, the fact that we got Louis Eriksson, the streakiest player for the Bruins, the streakiest player, and we gave up one of the best scorers, one of the best players in the league. No, but now, like, imagine if Seguin was still here to this day, and we had Pastrnak, we had Marchand, Bergeron. I mean, like, there's some money to work around there. But
there's a nice little winger for Krejci on the other side, him on the right, and then now we got Taylor on the left. Would
have been beautiful. I mean, I think it's huge that we got Taylor Hall.
I think it's massive. They tried to get him in the offseason.
Yeah, and he went to Buffalo and signed a 1-year deal for $8 million. I don't really know what that was about. He said he wanted to be in Boston, but now
I think it's because he wanted to start and he knew he wasn't going to start in Boston, and now he was just absolutely garbage in Buffalo. Well, that wasn't garbage, but like he's only shot like 2.3% of the time. Now if he gets back up to more like 10%, which he's been over his career, I think he's going to be good in Boston. I think it's going to be a good fit.
I think it's a good fit too because he seems like a guy that really wants to be here.
He said he's very open to extending. I bet if he has a hot start to the year, I think book him for 4 more years while the going's good.
Yep.
Because this core, like with Pasta, Bergie, and Martian, like, I mean, Krejci's contract is done at the end of this year. Tuukka's contract, but I can ship Tuukka off to China. I've been done over Tuukka. I've been way over Tuukka.
I've been over Tuukka.
But like, yeah, bring me Swagman, let him play half the games, and we got like 3 years left for this core, and I've been saying that for 2 or 3 years, so maybe I'm out of my mind. But I need another Bruins championship.
Yeah, the St. Louis one. People were thinking, I still can't get over that one. That was bullshit.
So they were playing in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if it was the Eastern Conference Finals that year, but they were playing the Carolina Hurricanes for one of the series, and one of those games was on Mother's Day, and I had planned to drive down and see Mom. I was still in Myrtle Beach at the time, planned to see my mom. But my buddy, who's a Hurricanes fan, said, "Hey, let's do a shot every time the goal is scored." I'm like, "Okay, fine. It's gonna be like 2-1 or something." Great. They won like 7-4,
Yeah.
and I was absolutely shit faced. I called my mom, like, "Hey, love you. I'm not gonna make it. I'll call you tomorrow." So.
No, that was horrendous. And people thought, talking about the core, that the Bruins core that they still got right now, people thought that could have been the last one, the last legitimate shot they had, because
with Chara.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because of that reason, because they were losing Chara. But with Marchand, Bergie, and Pastrnak, I just don't see how they don't win. At least one more. Bergeron deserves one more. Marchand deserves one more. Pasta at least deserves one. I mean,
Bergie absolutely deserves one.
Oh my God, out of everyone, Bergie absolutely deserves one.
He should have been the captain 5 years ago.
They wanted to respect Chara, though.
No disrespect to Chara. No disrespect, but Chara's been, on one leg, and when he came back for Game 7 with a broken jaw, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. Just slow. It looks slow. Like he got deked all over the place. He gets deked every night. And he still makes some good plays, but I respected them when it hurt. But I understood it. But they should have got some younger, faster defensemen, even though they didn't really do that. But
yeah, that's the thing with the Bruins. They always seem to be lagging behind a little bit. After the 2011, after the 2013, let's say that after the 2013 finals, I remember talking about this with my father. Extending a few years past that, the Bruins, they became very slow. A lot of the teams in the league, you could tell just by the way they skated. The Bruins were so slow, and every other team in the league was so fast. And then the Bruins finally just started to get fast, and then they were lagging behind again in another area of the ice. So it's like they're never really sticking up.
Yeah, what they're missing now is they don't have a guy that's going to come in and break your friggin' nose. They don't have a guy that's going to come and beat the living crap out of you. Like when Lucic was there and Char, they didn't care. Like you hit one of our guys, we're going to knock you out. They don't have that guy anymore. There's not a guy that the team is going to just go in there. Remember Andrew Ference? Oh
yes, my God! I love Andrew Ference.
He just went around knocking people's heads off because he was bored.
Sean Thornton.
Sean Thornton was the man.
Nathan Horton too. Nathan Horton was scrap.
Nathan Horton, number 18. Nathan Horton.
Yep. Nathan Horton also got an extremely bad concussion. I think the 2011 season when they won it, wasn't it? In the postseason run.
Who was the other one? Freaking Mark Recchi had mashed potato brains.
Oh, Mark Recchi. He was like 42 years old when they won it.
He had mashed potato brains. One more hit and he was toast.
Yeah. I'm bringing up those teams. I absolutely miss those days. You're right. They just used to drop the gloves whenever they wanted. And Lucic, Ference, Horton, Thornton, Sean Thornton, like all those guys, they were always down to get dirty. And, when there was one guy cheap shotting, they were on it immediately. And that's the thing. Like, you're right. The Bruins don't really have that guy who can go out and protect the star players. Like you think about Marchand. Yes. You think about Marchand. Marchand's not going to be your enforcer. He's your little.
Although
rat.
he did get in a fight the other day and won.
Yeah.
That dude pretty good.
Yes, he did. But the thing is, you need a guy that's not Marchand because Marchand's so good. You need him on the ice. Losing him for 5 minutes of the game is going to kill you. So that's the thing that they do need is an enforcer, a guy that can come out there, protect the stars, and not even protect the stars, but take over that spot for them so they can continue playing. And that enforcer, just sits in the sin bin for 5 minutes. That guy, Trent Frederick, he's a nutbag. He's a nut. So whatever he turns into, I don't even know. I just think he's a nut. But to move on a little bit here, to get away from the Bruins, there was another topic we wanted to talk about. You did, what was it? We had mentioned it before. We wanted to go over the Pats. We wanted to go over the Bruins.
Check. The Celtics, are they nice?
Oh, yes. The big conversation. Yes, another big conversation. This
Are
is
they
what
nice?
we want to get to. Are the Celtics nice?
I don't know. Question mark?
Like, what are they? The
They went on
Celtics
like a 40-8 run. I mean, I thought for sure they were going to lose that game in the fourth quarter
against the Nuggets. Against the Nuggets,
these guys are going to blow this for sure.
Yeah, I think I put out an article about this the other day.
Tatum, if you haven't read it, read it.
Yes, read it. It's out there. It's like, if you want to check the link in my Instagram bio, it's there. It's a Tatum article. Basically talking about how Tatum's big career night was possibly a spark to the rest of the season. And with huge games coming up, I mentioned the Nuggets were in there. Bulls are in there. A lot of tough tests. I know the Bulls aren't like extremely good, but they will play well against the Celtics. They will match up well. So there's definitely some tough tests in there. The Trailblazers tonight, the Lakers at one point. They have a tough road trip. So talking about the Celtics before that game, when they did in fact play the Timberwolves and they came back. First of all, I want to mention that's what I want from Jason Tatum. What he did in that game, he needs to do whenever they're behind like that. The guy said enough is enough, and the second quarter came around and he turned up and he was unstoppable. He was not losing that game. That's what I need for him all the time. That is who he is going to be. This is just, again, like, he's still very young. This is just the start of a very storied career for Jason Tatum, but he needs to be like that all the time. All right. So just to get out of the way, but preceding those games, right, he was on a hot streak. He was averaging like 28 a game, shooting like 48%, like 42% or something like that. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now. He was shooting the lights out, just to be very clear. Now, right, after that huge performance he had the other night, I do truly believe that could be the spark to end of the season. I think that the Celtics have been waiting for a game like that all season. I think the fans especially have been waiting for a sign like that all season. And I think we just got it. I mean, if they come back from this road trip and this whole stint of games they have coming up, I'm very confident for them going into the postseason. I won't be as afraid as I've been all season, with like very little confidence in what they could possibly do against tough battles in the postseason. But if they go through this stretch and they come out on top, like with a very good record out of it, I would have some confidence for the postseason.
So we got Portland tonight, Los Angeles on Thursday, Golden State on Saturday, but that's home. So they come home after the Thursday game against Los Angeles. They're only 2 games over 500, which is absolutely sickening to even think about.
Yep. And to remind you, they also lead the league in the COVID numbers.
True.
Yeah. So like that can affect you, obviously. Most of those days being Romeo Langford.
Let's talk about him for a second. How about him just being a figment of our imaginations and then now just being a key role player? And I stole that straight from Greeny because that was the headline of his freaking article blog from last night. But he was just a figment of our imagination. I didn't even know the guy really existed.
Yeah. No, he wasn't there all season, and out of nowhere he popped up, and now he's playing solid minutes.
Oh, and he's lockdown defense. He's been great.
Yes, that's what I'm huge on him about is his defense, like lockdown. He's definitely got the skill to be a very solid, not even solid, very good defender in the league. I still believe that his offensive game is going to need a lot of work, but defensively, he's there.
Look at Marcus Smart. You mean Marcus Smart? Every time Marcus Smart shoots the ball, let me rephrase that. 80% of the time, Marcus Smart shoots the ball. I go, God, mother, stop shooting the ball, Mark. Like, remember when they had the back-to-back against Milwaukee and they lost the first one and then won the second one?
Yes. The
first one, I was at a bar in Nashville. I think I was where was I? I was on Demumbrian. No, I wasn't. Midtown. I was at Midtown. The guys who were with are people I met on vacation. They're from Milwaukee. They came down to visit us. And they're big Bucks fans, and I'm a big Celtics fan. Every time Marcus shoots the ball, I'm screaming, "Stop shooting the effing ball, Marcus! You couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat. Stop shooting the damn ball!" And then they had Tice shoot the last shot. I had to buy everyone shots.
Yeah, the thing with Marcus is a solid shooter. He has become he is coming far away from what he was the beginning of his career. And like even a few years ago when he was still shooting like crap, like 5 years into his career. I think he's a solid shooter now, but I still think he makes a lot of shots that he doesn't need to take. Like you don't need to take some of the high pressure shots that you're taking. You don't need to try and do everything for the team. Like you have your guys that are supposed to do everything for the team. I think like he does have a very solid shot. I think it's huge now too that he is putting up scoring numbers, right? He's getting like you saw in the win against the Timberwolves. I think he put up like 20 points that game. In some big games, he's putting up 20-point games. Like that's huge. Like you need that from Marcus Smart because you're not getting that off the bench. You're not getting that from a lot of the extra role players. So I think his scoring has come a long way. And I do agree with you. Sometimes like I don't understand why he takes some shots, but he makes them. And then I'm like, all right, whatever.
He'll chuck up a prayer and make it. It makes me want to throw up.
It's nerve wracking.
Yeah. It's like when Leon Poe chucked a 3. What are you doing? Quit.
Celtics legend.
Go down there, get rebounds, and be big. Leon, damn.
Damn, Leon. I think to answer our question, are the Celtics nice? I think they're starting to find themselves at the right time. Is
If
what
they
I
come
believe.
back, if I mean, they need to come back. They need to win tonight. I just know Dame's gonna go off for 60 points. He's gonna drop a 60 burger on us. I'm already mentally prepared for that. They should beat LA without LeBron or Anthony Davis. They should kick the crap out of them. So, and then when they come back, if they win those, it'll be 4 games over 500. Golden State, Steph Curry's on another friggin' planet right now. Dropped 53 again last night.
10 threes.
Stupid. They should kill Chicago. The Suns come in next week.
Suns are going to be a huge test.
And then after that, a week from Friday, they go to Brooklyn, which means Kyrie's going to play because it's in Brooklyn.
Yep.
So,
Speaking of Kyrie taking another personal day.
He's got more paid time off than any freaking American in this country.
Combined.
It's ridiculous.
Combined. Yeah, the dude takes time off whenever he wants to. Yeah, I mean, this stretch like that they're going to go on. And when they see the Nets, when they see the Lakers, when they see the 10th seeded Golden State Warriors currently, but when you play Steph Curry, it's not like you're playing a 10th seed.
Go nuclear
The Bulls, of course, as well, like Vooch. Vooch is going to be a tough test in itself. And then along with Zach LaVine, who is an athletic freak and can score at will.
That night that Tatum dropped 50, he dropped 51.
Yep. Like the guy can play. Like Zach LaVine can play. He's sick.
Sure can.
They definitely have tough battles. And again, I think after this stretch, we're really going to see who they are and what they can possibly be in the postseason. But again, after Tatum's huge career night, I have way more confidence than I did before. Way more. I honestly think with that night, that was a turning point for them. And I really think they needed something like that to occur.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it was great. And they won. It would, like, if they lost, I would have been sick because we gave all that when Devin Booker dropped 70 against the Celtics, but they lost. It's like, cool, you lost.
And now they always talk about it too.
Devin just struck out.
I wanted to point out, what did I want to point out? I was literally just about to say it too. That really pisses me off. I'm so sorry for that.
You can edit this out.
Huh? Yeah, I can edit it. I'm not really going to edit it out because people understand that it's fine. It's literally fine. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I'm going to, oh my God, what did I just want to say? You know what? Screw it. We're gonna skip it. I don't even care anymore. I lost my complete train of thought.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna edit this, so people watching this, I'm not gonna edit it just because it's gonna mess up the audio and everything. So deal with it. You're just gonna see a brain fart by me.
Do you remember what you said, Bob?
But yes, the Celtics, I believe, are nice. I believe they're gonna make a comeback on this season. Yes, this is what I wanted to say. Let's go. Let's go.
We got it.
If Joel Embiid didn't see 25 free throws a damn game, the Celtics, every time the Celtics play them, the Sixers would never beat them. Never. Never. It doesn't even matter who we had on the team this season.
He's gonna get that though. Like
we've been competing. We have been competing with them. We have been. I actually think we're gonna beat them in the postseason if we see them.
I mean, they suck in the postseason every year, and Joel Embiid's not going to be 100% healthy because he never is. However, 10-point loss. And then the last other 2 times we played him, Tatum wasn't playing, so I guess that's not fair. But freaking 8-point loss, 12-point loss. I mean, they're kicked that and Brown had 42 that time they lost by 12.
But all these games, if you watch, they compete and they play them tight. And the only reason it opens up is because Joel Embiid gets literally every single call. You know what really pissed me off the other night? I was watching the 76ers and whoever they were playing. Joel Embiid, right? There was a missed foul call. It should have been a foul for Joel Embiid, right? Jeff Van Gundy, the commentator, blew my mind when he says Joel Embiid never gets respect when it comes to foul calls. And I just laughed. I just stood there in amazement and laughed. Oh, what happened?
Is that Arroyo just hit a home run? The straightaway center?
Who?
Arroyo? Guy's playing second base for us? Yeah, Christian
sick.
Arroyo.
Let's go.
2-1. Sorry. I saw it. The guy tried to rob it. He almost did. It's so like there's snow flurries there. It's so funny to watch.
I love that.
Damn.
So to get back real quick, that was your Sox update.
Sorry.
No. Don't even say sorry. That was your Sheehan's World Sox update. So like when you watch the games though, like let me backtrack to get back to that comment. That comment pissed me off so much because whenever he plays the Celtics, he gets whatever call he wants to the guys taking at like 25 free throws a game. Don't ever say Joel Embiid doesn't get respected follow calls or doesn't get called.
Van Gundy hates the Celtics. He always has. Like listening to he's completely biased. I don't know if they I don't know if they didn't look at his son when he was coming out of college or something. I don't know. He does not like the Celtics. He's always been that way. Like there was a game. It was on whatever. It must have been ESPN or ABC. It was when they were playing the Bulls in the playoffs in 2016, and Jimmy Butler was still there, and literally every single thing he said was against the Celtics. I'm like, what the hell is? That's when I first noticed it. I'm like, what is going on with this guy? Why do you hate the Celtics, Van Gundy? I know you listen to this. DM me, D Huds.
Van Gundy is a big Sheehan's World fan. If you guys didn't know that,
Yeah.
He's definitely listening to this, no doubt in my mind. Like every other famous person, hopefully.
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly. God himself listens to this, so there's that for you.
Tom Brady listens to this?
Yeah, yes, Tom Brady does listen to this.
Sick.
So I don't have that. I tweeted out like way earlier in the season. It's the same shit as always when it comes down to the 76ers and the Celtics in the playoffs. Usually, like, besides this season and the season before, the Celtics are usually smacking them in the regular season and the playoffs. Past few seasons, they've been smacking us in the regular season, but it doesn't matter because we still beat them in the postseason.
Well, yeah, he's not going to get all those freaking calls in the postseason. He's not going to get 20 free throws. It's just not going to. And I'm hoping that Robert Williams, RG3, RW3 shows out in the playoffs and has a double every single night.
Yeah, I need Rob to show up. This is the time for him to show that he can be the center of the future. Like he has had his games, but like it's about consistency at this point, and you're gonna have to be able to go up against the big guys in the league, like Jokic, Embiid.
Jokic is so good. He's so freaking
Jokic
good.
is unbelievable. I like he's probably gonna win the MVP.
He's the guy. He's who I'd pick for MVP this year.
Yeah, and now with Jamal Murray tearing his ACL.
Yeah,
which is so upsetting.
Yeah.
Really upsetting to see Jamal Murray go out. But now, like, it's even more open to Jokic winning it because now he's going to see the ball more. He's going to have to make more plays. So
Rob should get 12 rebounds a night, no problem.
Rob should also be getting like 3 blocks a night.
Well, he's going to get that. I mean, let me see.
He was getting that in 5 minutes of play. He play like 10 minutes and get like 3 blocks.
He's averaging 1.8 and 7 rebounds a game. He needs to be getting at least 10 rebounds a game, no problem.
He's got to bulk up. He's got to put some weight on him. That's the thing. He's too small right now to go against those big guys in the league. He's got to bulk
Oh,
up. He's got the athleticism. He's got the wingspan. He's got the energy for it. He's got the athleticism.
If he bulks up too much, he's not going to be as athletic though. Like he's not going to be able to do doing those crazy alley-oops and stuff if he bulks up. Like
yeah, that's true. If he's going to have like massive arms, he won't be able to do that.
I mean,
but
he's going to have to like, balance it and get in the weight room. But like, he's the dude that friggin' missed his flight and then missed his first practice because he was a freaking nutcase.
And that's like from day one, we started to see why he dropped so far down in the draft because he was supposed to be a lottery pick.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt. Like with his athleticism and his potential, like he was a lottery pick. But the reason why he fell so far down to the Celtics was because of commitment. So hey, I'm glad he fell to us.
He was from Texas, right?
Texas A&M.
A&M.
Yep, he crushed my soul in the March Madness tournament game when they played PC, and at the end of the game, he windmill dunked the ball into the Earth's crust.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's so good. From that day on, I was a massive fan of Rob Williams because I saw him crush my team, my PC Friars, bro.
You'll be all right.
Roll Friars.
Did they get rid of the woogity emoji? What the hell?
The who?
The emoji.
If they did, that's a crime to humanity.
I'm gonna sue somebody. What the hell?
Dilly's suing here on Sheehan's World. You heard it here first.
Apple, what the woogity?
Yo, Apple listens to this too, by the way.
Which one?
Like Apple. Like
Who too, baby?
Apple itself, the company itself, listens to Sheehan's World.
Big Dick Bobby just hit a double.
Let's go. We love that. Bobby Dahlbeck, we love that. All right. So to continue, one more thing. Did you want to talk about the Masters?
Yeah, I mean, we can dive into it, man. It was
to let everyone know, I did not get time to watch the Masters. So it's Dilly's world right now.
So Masters is my favorite golf tournament by a list. I think it's everybody's favorite golf tournament. It's the most fun tournament to watch. And then close second and third is the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup because I love that style of play way more. But the Masters is great. I'm starting to feel like we need to have Tiger Woods in the Masters to make it enjoyable for everybody because this was the boringest Masters I've ever watched in my entire life.
I mean, hey, Tiger Woods brings a crap load of energy no matter where he is.
Absolutely. Like, and again, Tiger, we hope you're feeling better, buddy. Get healthy because golf needs you. And no disrespect, Hideki, hell of a job. I mean, freaking being 11 under going into the last day is great. And he even shot one under just and the last hole was boring. No one was even like in contention, and all the biggest names were pretty much like Spieth was kind of there at the end, not really. JT was kind of there, not really at the end. And then, Brooks didn't make the cut. DJ didn't make the cut. I'm like, DJ, I love you, buddy. Come on, DJ. Rep that Coastal Carolina pride a little bit more. Did better than I could have done.
You went to Coastal?
Dustin Johnson?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, he sure did. Where do you think he picked up his coke habit?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Damn.
Yeah, that's why we love DJ. There's a course right on Coastal's campus because it's one of like 18 schools that has a professional golf management program. You can actually graduate with a degree in golf management.
Really? That's sick.
Yeah, when he was on the golf team. So the course is called the Hackler. And on number 2 or 3, I can't remember, it's a big dog leg right. And there's a neighborhood that it goes around. He would line up over the hills with like a 4-iron, hit it over the houses and plop it right down on the green. Absolute freak. Incredible. Yeah, absolute freak.
Wow.
So DJ will get better. And he's also, his fiance is beautiful, Paulina Gretzky.
Yes.
But she does have her dad's number tattooed on her, which is kind of weird.
She does?
She has the 99 tattooed. I think it's on her ass.
What, bro? What? Yo.
Isn't that weird, right?
What the hell? That is a little weird. You're searching it up right now, are you?
I'm trying to make sure where it is. I know she's got it on.
We want correct information on this.
It's on her freaking like hip, like right here.
Why?
I don't know.
What the hell? The great one.
I mean, I put Tom Brady's number on me, but he's not like my actual dad. I just call him dad in my dreams.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's right on her like, inner hip, right above her like panty line.
That is something I've not heard about. That is news to me.
Which is kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
She wants. She can do whatever she wants. She got 2 kids.
Hey, with everything going on this year, though, with the Masters, and I think this is the year to have a boring Masters. Like nothing is normal. Nothing has been normal since everything happened last year. So, hopefully, this NFL season will be like the first sign of normalcy, like full normalcy we will see in a while, and hopefully things will get back to normal with sports and how sports hierarchy works and all that sort. But just to mention Tiger Woods real quick, when I was watching TV the other day, I did see that it was kind of sketchy to see that when he was driving, it showed no signs of him like slowing down before the median. And then also this probably was just a concussion, but when he was at the hospital, the deputy said he thought he was in Florida.
Talks came back and said there was nothing in him.
Yeah, no, it's true. There was nothing in him. It just makes you think like what happened. First of all, not even trying to avoid the median or not turning. Like, was he just dazing off? Did he?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking happened. I mean,
like
he was out. Like that was right after he was with Dwayne Wade the night before, based on what the brief research that I've done. He was with Dwayne Wade the night before. They were partying. I don't know. But he's alive and well, and that's blessings. The coolest thing though, not to turn too far from this, we're hoping it's better, but Rory went to see him like before the Masters at his house, and the only trophies he had out were his major trophies, like his 5 Masters. And Rory's like, "Where's all your other ones?" Starting like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm like, my mom's got a couple. There's a couple in my office, but yeah, I don't know where they are. What do you mean? Like, why do I care?
Like whatever, bro. Like when winning becomes so normal to you, I guess you just don't care. Wonder what Brady.
He's got 82 wins on the PGA Tour. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're somewhere. They're up in the attic. They're downstairs in the kid's old crib or whatever.
Yeah, Tiger's got 15 major wins, and the Jack's 18. It's crazy.
Yeah, incredible. Dude is incredible. Well, we are coming towards the end of the show here. We had a very good episode, just basically talking. Hey, that's what it was today. Really no interviewing. We just want to talk some sports today, and that's what it was. And the big story being Julian Edelman. So, Dilly, I want to say thank you for stepping into my world yet again.
Always a pleasure. I love it.
Yes, always a pleasure. Eyes emoji for the future for Dilly and I. Yep, we got eyes emoji. Won't say anything about that. But, yeah. I'm very happy to have you on, and for everyone that stepped into the world, thank you so much. I just want to plug where you guys can find me. Find me at Sheehan's World Pod on Instagram, Sheehan World Pod on Twitter. That's where you can find me. You can find this beautiful shirt right here that I showed you at the beginning of the show. Let's take one more look at this beautiful artifact that belongs in a museum.
Buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt. You can find that through the link on my Instagram. The company that makes these shirts, awesome guy. DC4L Custom, shout out to them. Also, shout out 009 who makes my intro beat. As always, fire. And he's doing well right now, so good for you, 009. Love to see it. Also, shout out Chris Sapp, Jmar, LVDV, clothing brand, and shout out the world. So, yeah, that's that. So, Dilly, do you want to plug where people can find you real quick yet again?
D Huds everywhere. DHUDS.
There it is.
I'm waiting on Van Gundy to DM me. We got to talk.
Yes. The 8th wonder of the world is Dilly. D Huds.
Is that a fat joke? Man, come on.
No. Just in the 8th wonder of the world. All right.
Oh, this is great.
Everyone
shout out Mardo just for the fun.
Yeah, shout out Ryan Mardo, who is my roommate. So
He's such a noodle. He's such a noodle.
Shout out Mardo, bro. He's been plugging me on his Instagram. Go check him out at Hey, and shout out Mookie too. Shout out Mookie.
Hey, go ahead.
Everyone that stepped into the world, thank you so much. Hope to have you step in next time. Peace out, everyone. I appreciate all of you. Love you all. Hope to have you come back. Thank you very much. Peace. Peace out.